Hi. How's it going,
Hey.
guys? How are you two doing today? Welcome to the Land of Eam stream, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, God, I didn't know where it was.
Lost for a minute.
We don't have James today.
Yeah.
This might be one of a couple times where we haven't had James. I think we did a solo quest with George one time, and that
I probably almost died.
I think, yeah, we decided not to do it ever again.
Yeah, it's too much of me getting into a corner and doing terrible, dumb things.
I think it'd be cool if we both died and then James comes back next week just on his own.
Yeah.
And then we could do more character creation streams. Those seem to have some traction.
Indeed. What's up, Jason?
Hey,
What's
Jason.
up, Paul? Thanks, guys,
Nice.
for stopping by.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you all.
For those of you who have missed the past sessions, we've got Peter. Peter's playing a unicorn named Zaros.
Zaros.
Mm-hmm.
Zaros. You've made it like the hardest way to pronounce that. Zaros.
I did it on purpose, accidentally.
Yes.
So you guys, you are in Junktown.
Any housekeeping or shout outs or patrons?
Just a general shout out to everyone on Patreon. Thank you for keeping the lights on here at the Land of Eam stream. See,
ooh, no patrons.
Look at this.
Yeah. Patrons. Yes, nice.
And thanks to everyone who's backed the game so far. It is still up for pre-order, and it's in production right now. And so, yeah.
I love it. I'm very excited to get my hands on George's 6 hexes.
Which George is, I don't know. Have we announced this?
I have no idea. I think we've like said that I'm working on a hex.
It's an adventure.
Well, we're gonna run the adventure. We're gonna make everyone run the adventure live on the stream. We're gonna poke holes in it. We're gonna beta test it, and then we're gonna get the real production model.
Yeah, George is working on an adventure for the Underlands. Peter is working on NPCs for the Underlands.
Yeah.
So that's how we do things here at the Land of Eam stream. Okay.
Subcontracting.
We're all very busy.
So George, why don't you read off your notes? Because a lot happened last time. There were a lot of threads that were uncovered, a lot of intrigue and conspiracies going on.
Yeah, let's do this. This is going to be long-winded. I'm going to go fast. Raise your hand if you have questions. Quest 10, Big Trouble in Little Junktown. Zaros? God, I just heard it. Just heard it. Lands on our ship, magnificent and dark, and intimidates the goblins with a 10. Buddy and I jumped off the ship because we are also afraid. I'm able to rescue Buddy, who can't swim, with an athletics check, and the ship begins to careen into the junkberg, but Zaros can't steer it. He has disadvantage because he's hooved, and the ship is grounded. We finally meet face to face, and I'm allowed to touch his mane, but just this once. We learn that he's here to defend Junktown from the tycoons and Dungeoneers who would take advantage of it. And then we get yelled at by a guy who says we can't park there. So Buddy ends up selling the boat for a silver pouch. Zaros is more of a whisper than a hero, so he goes to hide behind a pile of junk. The workers who are stripping the ship haven't heard of him. Fang is taken to him and marks him, as Fang is wont to do. Buddy asks him if he'll show us around Junktown. For some reason, I question Buddy's ownership of the idea of gumballs, and he educates me how gum has evolved into its current form. The gumball machines are his original idea. Airspeed, velocity of an unladen swallow, African or European, Jason. Go on. We learned that Zaros has it in for Krog, and he has worsened the festering wound of Junktown. Zaros is the suture. I don't know what this means. He links it to a Band-Aid, and we start to call him the Band-Aid of Junktown. He begins to show us around the town. I hop on his back. I try to pull my walking forge onto his back, and there's some tension. Zaros makes a lore check, which is an 11, that unicorns and homunculi have an ancient beef. So it's super weird when I try to pull my homunculus onto his back. Zaros doesn't particularly notice him on his back. Buddy goes to the charm shop, determines the lucky feather will one day be his in a very, very Wayne's Worldian moment. we learn there's a mysterious gang operating the sewers of Junktown. This is one of the threads called the Undermongers. Because it's growing so fast, the Junktown is rather. There's overpopulation, junk problems, and concern or desire to secede from Fleabag County. The tycoon who's kind of in charge of everything is Tabitha Towertop, who's pushing for the secession. Zaros has been watching her, but not directly. He's had some indirect dealings with her and been trying to prove that she has lots of dealings with the gangs in the sewers. So during this conversation, I would start braiding Zaros' hair, which Buddy lore checks that braids are actually done by Felmog outriders and are very intimidating. As we're exploring town, we come across Doc Popper, who's an old boggart, who left out some oats for Zaros, and we learn about their relationship. Further exploring Junktown, we head to Castle Ratwatch. This is about halfway. A lot of stuff. Where the authorities are... we head to Castle Ratwatch, where the authorities are, to find out more about the Undermongers and how we can help. At this point, we come across someone who's lowering lint in a basket that they had just harvested from a giant's belly button. Buddy and Fang decide to sneak into the basket and use it to get into the nest to gather more information. The nest is where Tabitha Towertop and her brother are, I believe. So they're almost in via the basket, and the basket rope snaps, but Buddy's able to crash through the window instead of being smashed below and hides as a knight statue because he had put on some armor. Fang fails her sneak check and is coaxed by some male boggle dude who ends up being one of the tower tops, I think. So Zaros is able to swift hoof us up to the window with a 14. We sneak through the hallways. Buddy knocks over some more armoire. He knocks over 40 armoires. And I slink off while Zaros poses as a fake horse. Buddy gets a blunderbuss pointed at his head and is asked what he's doing here. Says he's here to find a cursed cat, which he's intimating that Fang is a cursed cat. The guy starts freaking out because he just touched it. Buddy runs his magic mallet of curse identification over the guy, who is now totally freaking out. He convinces him to distract his sister so he can go get the cat out of the bedroom. We rifle through the room and don't find anything. Decide to head out and shake him down when meeting him at the docks. We're almost done. We finally make our way over to Castle Ratwatch. Peter asks if there's a Commissioner Gordon that he has had dealing with. Turns out he liaises with Chief Ratwatcher Rudy, a one-eyed surly boggle. Fang has obliterated many rats, and the chief wants to buy her. He'll pay us 3 copper coin pouches per 10 killer rat tails. So that's a way we can slowly make money. We're just going to spend the whole quest making money from killing killer rats. Bwag the excavator is in the sewers and has more information about the Undermongers. The rat watchers are only for dealing with rats, not the sewers. Learn that Tabitha is pushing to secede, and we finally head to the pier to talk with Tormak, who is the guy from the tower. There's a sewer repair crew climbing out of a manhole, cursing and covered in green gunk. Wag's having them clean out the grates and the vents. They think that the Undermongers may be working for Tabitha's brother or the gator with brains guy named Gunk. So there's a gator who's very smart. Some even say that Wag is the leader of the Undermongers. Zaros has had a run-in with Gunk, and it was a very bad experience. He's an angry fellow, but he has a special helmet that gave him sentience. I have a line that has no context. It just says, "This guy loves Slag the Orphan Boy." I don't know what that means.
It's his favorite comic.
That is what it is. So finally, Tormak waves us over. He's under a lamp in the distance and looks out of his element. He asks Buddy what his plan is. Likes that he would like to be the hero of this whole cursed cat scenario. Zaros and I emerge from the shadows as members of the cursed cat hunting crew. He wants us to make him the town hero and take some shine off his sister. So we say we're going to start a marketing campaign, and I pull out a portable printing press. I'm confused by the length of those notes. There's a lot that happened.
Yeah. All right. Let's cut to the next day.
The next day, we wake up. And we're in Penny's Pancake Hut.
Wrong town.
It's a chain. She's franchised it. She's now a quadrillionaire. Yeah.
You are in wherever Zaros sleeps, and I think it's probably pretty uncomfortable for you, Chili.
I mean, does Zaros sleep standing up? If so, I've just fallen asleep on his back, which is very uncomfortable for my neck.
For sure, he does sleep standing up because he needs to be alert in case he needs to run very quickly when he wakes up.
I love it.
Where does he sleep?
I feel like there's maybe an abandoned stable somewhere.
You wouldn't demean yourself by sleeping in an actual stable with other
No.
horses.
I wouldn't want to put the other horses in danger.
So it's like a very noble thing that you've done. It's like a very Dark Man-esque where he's just hiding.
Yeah. I mean, the more friends you have, the more liabilities exist.
So Chili and Zaros has explained this Chili as she's waking up in the morning, and she says, "Wait, am I suddenly am I in danger?"
All those around me are in danger.
I look around for
You
Buddy.
notice, but Buddy's gone. Yeah, it's very strange.
Zaros, did one of your rivals kidnap Buddy?
It's possible. He was here when I fell asleep.
It must have been someone who moved with otherworldly, like silence to their steps, a stealthiness, because clearly you would have woken up.
It must have been Gunk.
I like the idea that Gunk the Gator is just like the stealthiest giant, like Killer Croc style enemy. Really is like we're getting in the Batman weeds, and I love it.
So what do you got? What is your plan? How are you going to go about anything that you've learned? How are you going to approach these problems?
We've got a couple of loose ends that we can start to look into further. We never talked to Blag, so he might be a good guy to track down. We will have to go into the sewers to talk to Blag, though, right?
Yeah, that seems like the case. Ben is more of a meta narrative. What do you want to say has happened to Buddy, or he just disappears?
He's off doing
I think
his thing.
I think it would be fun if he's gotten really taken away with this like Tormac con and he doesn't know how to get out of it. So they're like talking details still about a made up thing that we're gonna not do.
Yeah, he's in deep with Tormac. Just weaving a web of lies that
and when he's done with that, what he actually does is he's patrolling the streets looking for rival gumball machines to knock over.
So yeah, let's go to. You want to go to the sewers? You say?
Let's go into the sewers.
All right. You head over to the sewers, and
I say we're going in there. Can I stay in your back? I just washed these pants last week. I'm gonna get cargo pockets full of whatever that is.
Yeah, Zaros nods.
You had
it'd be best for you to stay close.
I'm not sharing my screen.
Tycoon gonna tycoon, indeed.
There's an entrance into the sewers right here at the pier.
Here at the pier.
And you go right in.
There's no guards in the sewer doors or anything like that. Like,
no.
It's just free access.
Yeah, no one wants to go down there.
Nice.
But it's a big enough entrance for Zaros, who is a big horse.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of just scrunched down on his back, saying, "Oh, this is a lot lower ceiling than I thought it was going to be."
Peter, why don't you make a realms check as you guys traverse these sewers?
I would love to do that. That is going to be a D12, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Indeed.
And my realms is 0.
Nice. Excellent.
We're off to a good start.
Been here before. 40 killer rats just descend upon us and skin us to the bones like piranhas.
Now I'll throw this out here. You could use a quest point to make it a 3, and that would make it a dangerous encounter, not a perilous encounter.
Yeah.
Which is not really a guarantee of anything, but
yeah, sure. I'll take your suggestion.
Well, I just want to remind you as a new player, because James and George always do that type of stuff.
Well, we do it at the stupidest possible times. Like we'll push an 11 to a 12 because we're going to get a discovery, and we think that that's like highly entertaining. Yeah, that's always fun. Those should be free quest points, Ben. I'm just saying.
We'll bump it up because I don't want to start the session by both of us dying. So
okay. I accept.
We're only going to get terribly maimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might get some cool scars out of the deal.
Now roll a D100.
Ooh.
All right. 61.
It's a good number. About halfway through the creativity dying off in the list of 100 things.
All right. Chili. You feel something, a tug. You turn around, and someone has just pilfered a random item from you.
Okay, that's not okay.
I know. George hates this.
Ben knows how to assault my soul. I immediately, go ahead.
Somehow randomize that.
Oh, look, I lost one of my infinite torches. No, give me a second here. Let me look at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you do see the shadow of this thief like run off down the tunnels.
Okay. Actually, I'm not. Oh wait, no, I am carrying. Okay, cool. Let me just roll it. I'm gonna roll like a D12. No, D20. Let's just roll a D20. Okay. The last thing on my list is my materials, so he stole some materials.
All right.
So I have materials times 5. Do those each count? I guess it's a 5-to-1 ratio. No, it would be. Ooh, he stole the river soar egg. That's actually
probably worth some money.
Yeah. That actually makes makes more convincing than the materials.
All right. Yeah. So you see the shadow, and you hear like the splash through the puddles of the sewers.
Oh no! I say, Zaros, they've stolen the river soar egg. Are you able to turn around, or are these tunnels too small?
No, you can turn around. There's also branching tunnels and stuff. It's a network.
They're probably trying to lead us into a trap.
I say, I mean, I don't know. Buddy's going to be kind of mad if we lose that river soar egg. I think we should go after him.
Yeah, Zaros is going to turn and chase after.
Awesome.
I've been waiting for a trap.
You have them right where you want them.
All right, make a perception check, Peter.
Okay.
I'm going to give you +1 bonus because you've been waiting for this trap.
Yeah, you've been ready for it.
Very generous of you.
You laid your own trap card. It's a reversal.
All right. That's a 7.
All right. So you're definitely expecting a trap, but you couldn't avoid it entirely, and you've stepped in a little bit of gutter snail goop, which is sticky, and you see that clearly before you there's a bunch of gutter snails, but there's like a little path that you could possibly hop through to avoid the snails. Surely the thief has done just this to avoid it.
Can I use Swift Hoof to carve that path?
Let me pull up gutter snails first real quick.
Ben wants to show off the art.
Jen, you're not allowed to show art unless I drew it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a Peter centric stream when it comes to art.
Or if you pull it up, you have to tell people that I drew it. That's the deal.
I like it.
What if I drew an original sketch and then Sean Kiernan drew his art based on that? Does that count?
All right,
I still show it?
I'll allow it. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna get my lawyers involved after this session, though, and we'll renegotiate.
Lawyers are just off screen, waiting for this moment to pounce. They too have been ready for this trap.
All right, so Peter, you're slowed actually.
Oh, Ben, we can't see the gutter snails if you pull it up.
Haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting it, simmer.
I feel the simmering. It's I feel it in my bones. I'm getting warmer and warmer. Getting hotter under the collar, waiting for the gutter snail action.
So slowed. You I think you're
well, if
you can't run and you move at half speed.
Here's a question as it relates to my home country. I picked swamps and marshes as a favored terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Does this sewer feel like a swamp or marsh?
Yeah, you could say that. The problem is you've stepped in this gutter snail goop, so
it's the Martian terrain.
Your half speed though is probably normal speed, right?
It might be. Yeah, I have 2 speed.
Wow. Fast.
I think you'll just have to lose a beat though by like wiping off some of this stuff. In that case, I'm going to give you a -1.
I'm grossed out by it, and I try to wipe it onto the wall of the sewer. Very.
You're just like rubbing up against it, or
if it's on my hoof, then yeah, I take just a beat to like wiping your shoe on the side of a curb.
Oh, you know? Ben, can I negate this by using right tool for the job and pulling out an industrial strength horse brush?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I'm doing it.
A farrier's brush,
Yeah. I say, well, I've been waiting this whole time for a moment like this when I finally had a pony of my own to brush. I got it, folks. The item is on hand. I pull out an extendable pole and I start brushing furiously. I'm like, get the gunk off, get the gunk off, get the gunk off. Come on.
But a pony of your own.
I mean, I don't own you, but it's like a partnership. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's go.
All right, you brush off all the goop, and yeah, you can make your check.
All right.
Prance across.
It is athletics, which I am good at.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Excellent.
All right, you nimbly jump across the sewers with all this disgusting goop and like gutter snails. I'll finally show the picture. Okay.
The tension was killing me, Ben.
Here they are.
They look nice.
They're like larger. They're like the size of dinner plates, and they're like hanging on the walls, and they're all over the ground.
I think we have to call out Paul C. Sorry to interrupt. I would call out Paul C. because he says Peter needs to draw his own version live on stream of any art shown. So,
okay, I'll make a note. Gutter snail.
Yep, there we go.
It makes me wish that I had picked Friend of Many to use instead, and I could have had a gutter snail ally.
That's true.
Army.
Yeah,
there's a whole crew of critters. Yeah. You befriend them one, you befriend them all, and then they just will wipe over the entire land of Eam. Yeah. So are we keeping pace with this criminal? Is this a chase right now?
It is a bit of a chase. Chili, why don't you make a search check?
Okay. Nope, that's roll d12. There we go.
I love it.
So it's the equivalent of combing the desert with giant combs. And we have not found anything. I say I've lost his path. I got so caught up brushing you off that I didn't see which way he went.
Well, actually, I think you say that way.
Oh, wait. Sorry. I'll add a quest point to make it a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. So I do say this way.
You don't find him, but you see footprints in some sludge, and then there's like 3 different ways he could have gone.
I say, Zaros, you're the master detective. What do you think?
With absolute confidence, I'm going to take the leftmost path.
I respect it. I respect the confidence.
I'm envisioning this entire sequence like the end of The Third Man. It's just like shadows of people running across the wall of a sewer.
Yeah.
All right, you take the third path. And I rolled randomly, and you were correct. You see,
greatest detective.
You hear whispering, and you see shadows on the wall of someone who looks really happy examining their prize. Let's look at this. This will sell for a lot on the black market. And maybe I should go to a capstan. Yeah.
I think Chili is kind of anxiously awaiting, or like waiting to see how Zaros deals with criminals. Like this is the moment. This is the moment where like Chili gets to see him in action.
He takes a step forward out of the shadows and just says, "That doesn't belong to you."
What? You see a thief, sort of a skulky looking boggart, really thin, missing some teeth. What kind of horse are you talking to me?
I'm Zaros.
He's the Band-Aid of Junktown.
We're still working on the name.
We're marketing it.
Well, maybe we could, strike a deal here. Like, I'll sell it for you. Like a fence, right? I'll make a cut.
Doing my best, Buddy channeling Buddy's thoughts. I say, all right, 2 ancient coin pouches up front.
Up front? I don't got that kind of cash on me.
Well, then give it back.
Come on. Look at you. You're a couple of upstanding horses, and ma'am, what are you gonna do with this anyway? You even know what this is?
Yeah, it's a river sore egg, and we're gonna eat it. We're not gonna eat it. Ben, does he have anything valuable, like in plain sight, that is?
No, he looks
interesting.
emaciated, and
yeah, this is all he has, right? Yeah,
he's got like a knife
and
and some thieves' tools.
Yeah, there's not much.
Look, have some pity on a boggart, huh?
I can give him. I say, all right, I'm not going to let you fence the river sore egg, but I'll give you some supplies you can go fence. How about that?
Why don't you make
we got you cornered? Yeah, I'll
inspire.
Ooh, he's not going for that. I can't go for that. Oh, no can do.
What's your total?
It's the 3.
He's gonna keep trying. He says, "Listen, I know some people, okay, in Capstan, tricky toe gangsters, okay. They work real close with the river barons. Now, river barons are always after river swords. There's kind of a war going on, and they each want to, bolster up their armies." Is this ringing a bell with either of you? This like enticing you? I mean, we could make a fortune. Those 2 patches of ancient coins, yeah, they could be yours.
How does it make Zaros feel to hear that this guy is going to be dealing with like river barons and like tricky toe gangsters and stuff?
Yeah, not great, man. There's gonna be one clop of his hoof moving forward 1 step. I've got a deal for you. You tell us where we can find the undermongers, and I'll let you keep all of your teeth.
Intimidate him.
Yeah.
It's a 12.
Nice.
You see him soil himself.
I love it.
He says, "Oh, the undermongers, they're deeper in the sewer. You know, they got a hideout. Look, I'll take you there."
I say, put down the egg.
Here, here's your egg. Here's your egg. Gives it to you.
I appreciate it. I give him a torch in exchange. I say, look,
I don't like torches.
It's too bright for you? I start waving it at him.
No. I like the shadows.
So does Zaros.
I also like the shadows.
Yeah. All right. I say, well, yeah, I guess you can take us to the undermongers then.
All right. I'll do that. I'll do that for you because you're nice guys. I could tell. And you wouldn't happen to have any like grub, right? Something to eat.
I will break off some of my crow haunch souffle and feed it to him. I say, here, have a bite of this. Chew on this.
Oh, thanks. He just devours it, inhales it.
Okay, it did not use up all of it.
Zaros would like to extend an olive branch to this guy. He's just going to start asking him questions. Where do you live? Where are you from?
Where I live? Junktown. Of course. I mean, where are we? What kind of question is that? I'm originally from Thurf. Used to have myself a job.
What brought you to Junktown?
I lost a job. Factory job, Factory blew up.
Did we do that in the previous campaign?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. You never know.
Look, I got this old treasure map. A couple of guys like you, ma'am. We could find some treasure. I don't know where it goes, but
I take. Oh, good.
Can I use penetrating gaze on this guy?
Sure.
I'm trying to get a sense for if this is a decent but unfortunate soul.
Yeah.
It's a perception check. Yeah, that'll do it.
Or unfortunate soul.
An 11.
Yeah.
You could tell he's probably got like a good heart buried beneath an outer shell of coal, that a calloused heart, as it were. He's had to do some things, you could tell, but yeah, he could be the type of guy that betrays you, or he could come through in the end, and you're really not sure.
I know the chief of the Rat Watchers, Rudy. He's always looking for more Rat Watchers. It's honest work.
Well, it's sort of a death sentence.
Not with me around.
You're a rat watcher?
I'm a watcher.
Who watches the Rat Watchers? This guy.
You know those guys get bit, right? All the time. I don't want to get no plague.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
People get rat plague?
Yeah, the killer rats. And it's killer rat season.
When this guy says killer rats, Fang starts hissing. She does not like killer rats.
They're all coming up out of the sewers to infest the town, eat all the food.
Yeah, they're gonna eat
people.
the food. You could make a difference though, right? You know, you could stop him from eating this food. You could stop him from eating the people. And then your town would be safer, and maybe you'd have something on your plate to eat instead of having to scrounge around sewers robbing people.
Look, there's a housing crisis, man. Where am I going to live?
It's very topical.
I mean, how much those guys get paid? They're always overworked. They're working 16 hours a day, and they're living in tiny little boxes.
Where are you living right now?
You're looking at it, baby. Look at all this room.
I mean, I do respect that. He does have a capacious catacomb.
You know, yeah, you got to watch out for them slaughter meals. But oh yeah, the undermongers. I tried to get in good with them, but you know, they don't.
No, we don't know. Oh, okay. Why
They
don't? Why
said
didn't
I'm
they
not
like you?
strong enough.
Oh,
And I said, if you put food in me, I'll get bigger.
it's like logical. This guy's very logical.
I sense strength in you. I'm just gonna put a single hoof on his chest in here.
Don't kill me.
Yes, he thinks you're just gonna step on him. Is it inspiring Ben, or does it just intimidate him? What's the net result?
Are you trying to inspire him?
I can roll inspire if you
go for it.
All right. That's a 10.
Wow.
Oh no, I lied. That's a 9.
Still.
He doesn't really say anything, but he sort of like swallows and puffs his chest out.
It's weeping inconsolably.
Well, look, I'll show you what I know about the Undermongers, okay?
We just wait. Like as he says this, we're like, okay.
This way.
Oh, you're gonna show. Okay.
Did we learn this guy's name?
Peter, you're awesome. That's like the thing I love doing to Ben. Making him make up a name on the spot. Or use the name generator on Land.
His name is Hooper.
Hooper.
Primwinkle.
Primwinkle. Heard it both ways.
Yeah, but people just call me Hoops.
All right, Hoops. What? Wait, I don't. What's it, like the guy who puts the hoops on the barrel? Like when they're making barrels? The metal hoops?
I mean, that is a thing that exists, but I'm just a guy. I don't do that.
You could do that. Ben, so for those of you on the audio version of the podcast, Ben has now gotten up from his chair and is tangled.
I'm still hearing everything.
Yeah, no. Ben hears it. I'm just describing it for the people not watching on stream.
It's unnecessary.
It's very necessary. They hear the moving of like microphones and stuff. It's confusing to them. People want to know.
All right,
so all right, Hoops.
He leads you through the sewers, and you at a certain point after about 20 minutes, you hear some sloshing up ahead, and Hooper says, "Hide."
We do it. I do it. Let's see if me and Fang can.
There's really nowhere for Peter to hide.
I just go back to the Old Faithful and pretend to be a stuffed horse.
Let's get down here.
I'll say make a
flush anything down the toilet.
Sneak check with disadvantage.
All right.
I love it.
Disadvantage is roll twice, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Me and Fang make it.
Ah.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 12. I mean, that's not the worst sneak check.
No, it's a 7.
Yeah.
All right, success with a twist. You you see a group of hooded like gangsters, like patchwork cloaks, and they're pretty rowdy, making a ruckus as they go down. And one of them turns and looks and says, "Hey, I heard something down there." And the others kind of don't pay attention, but this one like comes to investigate. The other ones go down, keep walking down the other tunnel.
Nice. I whispered to Zaros, "Was this your plan the whole time, to peel one off from the rest of the group? It's working really well."
Yes, of course.
Hey, who's there?
Can I, Ben, how big is this sewer tunnel? Like just a rough.
Like 5 feet across.
You think OK and B could like block off the sewer tunnel by like stretching across the opening?
No, they're
okay.
They're too little.
Oh, but they're very cute. Okay. Yeah, Peter, do you have anything you want to do? Should we just knock this guy out and interrogate him? Hang him upside down and yell "Fear me"?
It's a good idea. Yeah. I as a level 3 unicorn, I also have dazzling aura, which I could use to maybe dazzle him.
It'll razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I successfully hid with a 9. Can I sneak behind him? Like cut off his escape?
Without him knowing?
Or is he kind of like he's well lit, or he has a torch or something like?
I think you'd have to make another roll if you want to move around and stuff.
Okay, maybe I'll have Fang get behind him, so if he tries to retreat, she'll be there to kind of intercept. Let's see, because she gets advantage on sneaking and spying. All right, both are good enough. So
he
Fang
kind of twirls around when this is happening, but he doesn't see Fang. It's like,
yeah,
come out of there. Were you another one of those thieves?
I look over at Zaros, waiting with anticipation to see him emerge menacingly from the shadows.
I'm in my element down here. Yeah, I think Zaros had kind of like leaned down into the like running water, and he just rises slowly. You see the point of his horn, just as a silhouette.
What are the? This guy like stumbles backwards. Are you using dazzling aura, or are you going to do something else?
Could I stun him into not moving by using dazzling aura?
Stun him
Like-
into not moving.
Like he's paralyzed by fear.
What does it do again exactly?
It's a vitality check. Once every session, out of conflict, dazzle, distract, or impress an NPC, or scare away a group of goons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, I'll try that. My vitality is 1, so that's an 8.
Ooh, would you like to
Bump it up to a 9?
I mean, you don't have to.
No, it seems like a good idea. We're on a good roll right now, so I don't want to.
Yeah,
Let's just keep it going.
I love it.
I'll bump it up to a 9.
All right. This gangster just kind of like stops in his tracks and stares at you. And even Chili, you're like sort of mesmerized for a second at just Zaros.
Majesty.
Zaros is majestic and gallant.
Yeah.
You've never seen him in this light before.
Kind of like mouth agape. I am holding my farrier's brush and I just start brushing like unconsciously.
The gangster kind of squeaks out, like, oh, what are you going to do to me?
Talk for now.
I don't know. I forgot how to talk.
Who is Carmine Falcone? Who does he work for? Yeah, we should interrogate. Should we want to know more about who are the under?
What kind of questions do
undermongers?
you have for him?
Say, tell us about the undermongers. How many of you are there? Who's your leader?
We're awesome. I mean, the undermonger's our leader. What are you talking about?
Who is the undermonger?
It's like 100 of us.
Are you all Spartacus? Is that what it is? No, I ask you, who is the undermonger?
I don't know. We just call him the undermonger. Rarely see the guy.
What does he look like? Describe him.
He's always got his cloak on. Like this. He wears a cloak like this.
How big is he?
He's like 10 feet tall.
This guy is so dumb.
They say he could like crush a can with his bare hands.
Like a regular size can, or like it doesn't seem very impressive.
Give us your best impression of him.
You guys are I forget. You put me on the spot here.
It's all right. It's okay. Take your time.
I'm not good with voices.
It was good. Keep going.
You guys are doing a good job, but we need to expand more and stuff.
Does it sound like anybody I know?
Anyone he's studied in Junktown. Like, Ben, make an acting check for this guy, and then Peter, make a lore check to determine if you know who it is. And if we can find a perfect confluence.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Can I make a lore check?
I don't think you could
disadvantage,
glean
maybe.
anything from
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say,
It's just data at this point.
Yeah, head it to the pool. Is Hoops just robbing this guy while he's dazzled?
No, he's just hiding.
I say, what's your guys' current mission? Where are you guys expanding to? You said you need more land or space.
We're taking over. We're gonna take over.
Above ground or
Undermonger is
below
gonna
ground?
be in the nest, and we're gonna rule.
Oh. Need to highlight that. The nest. So it's the Undermonger is not one of the tower tops, it seems.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
Yeah. We immediately just knock this guy. No. Anything else we should ask him? I'm just trying to think. Let's say, how are they going to take over? Are you guys invading from the sewers into the nest?
Obviously. Are you seeing it all over town? We're coming for you.
So wait, how do you guys deal with the killer rats then?
Killer rats are all up there.
What? They drove the killer rats out of the sewers?
Yeah, everyone's been saying that they.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought that they were just spilling over, but they have been driven out by the Undermongers.
Something.
Or something. Something we don't know. I say, wait, have we ever heard Gunk, Ben? No, we haven't, right? We haven't encountered him. We can't do an impression of Gunk.
I have a bad history with Gunk.
Maybe you should do a Gunk impression and see if it sounds like the guy. If we're here doing impressions, will we have a captive audience?
We're just pimping each other out right now to do impressions of different characters.
Yeah.
Is there a role I could do for that if I do an impression of Gunk?
Maybe
look at me, I'm a smart gator.
Charm. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this because it's like totally not up your alley.
Yeah, I think I would hesitate to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to. I just think it's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy is losing
right,
his awestruckedness.
Mm-hmm.
Losing his religion.
He's coming to and he's saying, I gotta go.
Can I intimidate him to make sure he doesn't tell his friends about us?
Nice.
What are you gonna say?
If you tell anyone about this, I'll tell the Undermonger you did an impression of him.
Oh.
Go for it.
It's 6.
Yeah, how do you twist that?
You're not sure what that means. You get the feeling that he's probably going to talk about something that happened, but maybe he'll
if he says that there's a unicorn in the sewers, he might sound kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's Zaros' real power as the Band-Aid. No one will believe a unicorn. It's just a chicken boo scenario.
So you're going to let him run off because he's going to run.
I guess.
George either. No, I give Fang the knowing nod, and she's going to kill him off screen. She's not gonna do that.
How many times has this happened before?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Peter. No. Let's see. Yeah, I think that we've gotten all that we can from this guy. I'll do like one of those intimidate as he leaves. But I contribute nothing to the actual intimidation effect. But yeah, I think we're good. That's some good information. So we can go to that's information we can take back to the tower tops. Not that we would necessarily want to be on their side, but well, you know what? So let's do this. Let's finish up in the sewers, unless you want to explore more, and then we can debrief about it.
Yeah, we came down here originally to talk to Bwag, so we still haven't talked to him.
Yeah, we can keep looking for Bwag.
Yeah, so there's Bwag, and then Hoops was also going to take you to the Undermonger hideout that he knows.
Yeah, can he get us there still?
Yeah, but as you can see, there's like they're milling about and stuff. So
Yeah, we can find a hiding spot near that hideout. We might be able to overhear some more stuff.
Yeah, let's try that. We'll keep slinking through.
all right. As you get closer, I'll have you make another sneak check, both of you, as Hoops leads you closer to where he's been before.
Wow, I'm Spider-Maning on the ceiling right now.
I'm not. That's a 3. It's hard with it's all brickwork in here, so I just clop along everywhere I go.
It reverberates through.
That is a failure with a plus. I think they kind of slink ahead, and then a couple guys come around the corner and they see you, but they're like shocked and run away, and they run back inside.
Oh, like we've gotten to the entrance of the base.
Yeah,
they see a horse and they're just like, "What?"
Yeah. So the plus is that they're not immediately attacking you, and you hear them like yelling inside.
Ben, is there an area in which we can hide here, like weakness in the brickwork, like a separate tunnel?
There are some like nooks and alcoves, and
what about sewer caps to get back out again? We can just like go back up top on the surface and pose as if we've been riding along the entire time or something like that.
My ideal is to make a gallant last stand against unfavorable odds.
That is true, and we
So
could get some XP right now.
I think Zaros would buck you off his back, and he would say, "Run! I'll hold them off."
Chili, you did see periodically some like manholes above, but there's nothing like immediately right here.
Okay, let's see. Is Zaros with this ideal? He just wants to make sure that I've gotten to safety, or he's just like always wants to go down swinging.
Honestly, I think it's just he wants to go down swinging.
He's looking for the fight that's finally gonna give him that peace that he's been looking for all along.
I mean, I think he likes the idea that he's going out protecting someone else, but the important part is that he's going out.
Shortest character arc ever. Yeah, let's see how we can spin this. All right, Ben. So, what is the entrance they went back into? Like, can you describe it? Is it just like a door? Is it a gate? Is it a grate?
To be a grate and a door.
Okay, like a door within a grate, so like they can, yeah. I'm gonna use my walking forge to weld the door shut. Is that a thing you think is possible?
Maybe the grate.
The like grate,
a grate that they've modified to like be a gate.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So yeah, maybe I can use it to weld that shut. That will take away the combat that Zaros wants, though. So I don't know.
I mean,
I'm happy with that too.
Okay.
I don't want Zaros to
I think
die.
I'll make a tinker check just to like see if you can do it fast enough.
Yeah. Oh no. I say, come on, don't be shy. Oh, buddy. No, you have a great flame. No, I know. Okay, it's a unicorn. I know you have beef with unicorns. Just don't worry. Zaros, can you look away for a second? Come on. You can do it. It's a 4.
Your forge has like these really penetrating eyes, like really like expressive eyes, and they're just like staring at Zaros.
I know. You know, you're okay. Did you want a little forge brush too? Is that what it is? I haven't brushed you. All right, I'm gonna use the quest point to do right tool for the job and pull out a tiny forge brush. This is a worthy use of my quest point. I guarantee.
You've got like you have a Swiss Army brush of just all different kinds of brushes.
Yeah. I pull out another horse brush. I say, "Oh, this is embarrassing." It's just a tiny horse brush. I know you don't like that. I'm sorry. I offended my forge. Actually, a five is its lost, but there's something in its place. I should have taken the actor before. Ben, would that be a roll a mundane item thing?
No, I think what your instinct was good, that it's another horse brush.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I can I can use Dazzling Aura again with a quest point, and
that is true.
Scare away a group of goons.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good last stand, I guess. Just to turn them away.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're taking longer than you would have hoped. The plus is that when they come out, they're not like guns a-blazing. They're still like assessing the situation. You see a group of 4 like open the door and like look out.
They do like the head above the head thing. Yeah.
And then I guess that'll give you time, Peter, if you want to scare them away again.
Yeah. I'll do that. Which is Vitality, which is a 7.
Wonder if one of the guys is the guy who's already seen Zaros, so he's not as. It's like a diminishing returns kind of thing.
I could use my last quest point to bump it up to an 8 if that makes a difference.
No, the 9 would be the next threshold.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to say that the goons of the group abandoned two other gangsters who try to open the gate.
Are we getting into a conflict, Ben?
Yes, this is a conflict.
Is there any loose brickwork above these guys?
No.
I use Swashbuckler to make it happen. No, I miss having that ability. I really love that.
Is there a chandelier down here?
Yep. How else would you let us?
You were a bard. There could be.
Man, they flush everything these days.
Yeah, I love it.
You see one floating past.
Yeah, I mount it, hang it real quick, and I say, "Come on, look under this." Okay. Yeah.
These guys are gonna move to push the door open that you guys are in front of. That isn't like fully welded; could just be easily pushed open.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if we're just gonna get into a fight. I'm fine if we get into a fight. I don't mind that.
If the goons have been scared away and these are like the guys in charge, we could maybe talk to them and set up a I don't know. We could do a. I want to talk to the Undermonger. Be here at this time or something.
Get a message for your boss, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can try to parlay.
Yeah, go for it. This is the parlay moment.
Does Chili want to do this?
She can try. She's gonna be like, "Stop! We got a message for your boss." I think he's gonna want to hear this, and I wait to see what their reaction is. Like, are they amenable to it, or are they just like, "Who is this chick?"
I mean, they're still pushing open the grate.
I said stop! Get a message for your boss. Come on.
What's the message?
I say, he's gonna want to meet with my boss.
And who's your
We want-
boss?
The Gumball King, Buddy Boubet.
Yeah, I don't
He
think
wa-
so.
I think so. Do I have any abilities that can make him think so? No, I don't think so. I say Buddy Boubet's gunning for him. That's not going to turn out well.
He's gumming for him.
Yeah, he's gumming for him. Wait, what's the tip top tank? No, is it Tancred?
What?
Who's the Tabitha Tower Top? Tower Top's brother is Tancred.
Tormac.
Tormac. Gosh. Okay, I don't know who Tancred is. I think it's from a video game. Should we say that Tormac is gunning for him as part of his like clean sweep campaign or something that we're about to market?
It could be fun.
Yeah,
it seems messy, but I'm into mess.
Yeah, I think this is. I'm gonna say on behalf of Tormac Tower Top, who's making his clean sweep campaign. He wants to meet. He wants to have a meet cute.
You're gonna have to make a trickery check.
Oh yeah, I put my helm of Dragoon's Guile on. I don't have that anymore. It got stolen by Krog. I hate him.
Every cool thing you have just gets stolen. Sounds like
It's true, but what they can't take away from me is my freedom and my ability to trick people with a natural 12.
They both look at each other like surprised, like
Yeah.
and it's almost like a knowing look, like
Oh, like that's gonna be interesting for us. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
They say, all right, fine. Where do you want this meeting?
Where did we meet him last time, Ben? Was it like the piers? Pier?
yeah, it's the pier.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, like right out there, 2 days time at midnight.
2 days time.
Is that too much time?
Just say tonight.
Tonight at midnight. It's like an hour from now. No, we've actually, I think we've passed midnight. That exchange actually happens in front of the goons.
We'll let him know. Now get lost. And they bang on the gate.
I bang back on the gate, and then I kind of like jump back and run away. Yeah.
Don't come back. You hear? You understand?
I don't respond.
They didn't respond.
I think we just back up and vanish into shadows.
Yeah, we just like melt into the wall.
All right. Hoops is like, you guys are crazy. I didn't know you were gonna do something like that. I thought we were just gonna look.
That is looking.
But you talked to him like you were like heroes or something.
I'm just a sidekick. And I start brushing Zaros again. He's the real hero. He's the band-aid that's going to bring this wound together.
We're all heroes as long as we work together.
He's gonna tap Hooper's chest again with his hoof.
2 for flinching. Sorry, I got to make notes real quick. Carry on.
So where do we go now? What do you want to see next? I think maybe we should not do anything like that again.
You know where we can find Blag, the excavator?
I mean, he's around somewhere. He kind of stays clear of the undermongers. He knows where they are too.
Nice. Ben, is there a cartography skill so we could kind of remember how to map things or how things are down here if we need to navigate, or Is it just like a realms check?
Realms, baby.
Okay. Would one make a realms check to make a map of an area they've explored? I've just never thought about this before.
I mean, it's you'd have to take like way more time than just like what you're doing.
I put away my my grid paper. Say, well, no, I guess the dungeon mapping was a bad idea anyway.
You've got like 3 goons, right?
I do.
Just hand it over to them.
Oh, that'll. We're gonna get soggy mess back. Just a soggy wad of paper, and then I'll have to pet them because they did what they think is a great job. They're adorable. But yeah, we should
spend days to meticulously map down here.
Yeah,
and, like, have like 40 random encounters.
Yeah, Lord, that's what I fear is random encounters. This turned out really well though. Yeah.
Bumble around until we find Blag. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna bumble around until we find Blag.
Okay, make a realms check. You've got Hoops, and he knows
like
his way around.
Yeah.
But,
you did the last one, right, Peter? Do you want me to do this one?
Yeah, I didn't do good last time, so
get ready for me not to do good this time.
All eyes on you.
What? Discovery, baby. Let's go. The dice roller is never this kind to me. Next ones are going to be straight ones. It's
I'm just going to say you find Wag.
No. You give me something more interesting than that.
Wow.
Give me mythic board. Give me mythic board.
There's a cool cave down here that could become our new base of operations.
That actually would be really good. Do we find a rat cave?
Roll a D100, dude.
Peter, to be clear, should we find Wag? Do you think that'd be better?
Hey, we should find Wag.
Yeah, we should find Wag.
You can also roll a D100. I know it makes you happy, George. Okay.
It sparks joy. 9. This is the most benevolent Ben has ever been. That's not true.
Oh, it's a 9.
It's a 9.
90.
No, I thought it was a 90 as well because I saw the 00, and then it was just a 9.
Okay. You also run into a traveling witch named Wiga. And
Wiga.
She's selling alchemy recipes and components.
That's amazing.
Now, has Zaros ever met Wiga before?
Yeah, I think so, but Zaros doesn't have any money, so she's just annoyed every single time she sees him.
Oh, you.
It's you.
I say, hello. Do you know my friend?
Yes, I am aware of your friend.
Do you have any offers on the house?
You have any samples I can have?
For the last time, no.
It would be good for Junktown.
But it would not be good for Wiga.
That is true. Oh gosh, we spent our last copper coins. Never mind.
Poor. You know, you should really think about supporting your local witches more than you do, which is never.
I say I can offer you some materials or a torch, or you want some rope. I have a pickaxe. It's very useful. Mm-hmm.
It looks free.
It's not. It's technically.
It looks like free. Something that replenishes each session in your inventory.
I love that she's like a very meta witch. She knows how she thinks of things. Can I offer to? Oh no, there's. Ooh, would she be interested in exchanging the Riverstore egg for a coin?
Ooh, Riverstore egg. Now we're talking, boy, girl.
On
you
whatever
boy
you
or
like.
girl?
And girl.
Well, yes, we could do a trade.
Are you allowed
What
to
is
give
it
that
you're
away?
seeking?
That is a good question. I don't know if I'm allowed to give it away. The Grail.
The Grail. I have potions. I have components galore.
I say, okay, so I only have a 50% stake in this Riversaur egg, technically. So do you have a static location where I can come find you when I have my other partner back, so I don't make too many decisions without it?
A witch never stays in one place. Not in a city, anyway.
Mm.
You want a deal? Make a deal.
Yeah, no, I think that Chili has second thoughts about it. She doesn't want to, because I was gonna say Hooch. Buddy is her boss, and he's usually in charge of a lot of this stuff. So I think I would hold off on the Riversaur egg exchange.
Come on.
I got a Crowlbeak though.
I have a Crowlbeak too.
It's like on her face. She just has a face with a Crowlbeak on it.
You're
See?
boring me.
Yeah.
Why don't you live a little? I'll
I
make you a
can't.
sweet deal.
What would the sweet deal be? Pitch me your best deal.
I'll give you many, many potions for that.
Many potions. That is
Some
more useful than a
recipes, too.
Riversaur egg. Ooh,
I'll share my
recipes?
recipes.
And some components. Do you have any orch iron?
Oh, I do.
All right. She gives us her whole inventory.
Why don't we make this random?
Sure. I thrive on chaos.
Mm.
I think this is probably one of the better uses of the Riversaur egg.
Zaros is just looking around because he has no concept of how much anything is worth.
He's like, I bet I could get some oats for that.
I'll say she will part with 6 potions and her recipes, and you can roll 6 potions, and you will
Okay.
get all of her witchcraft recipes, which are
That's
pretty good.
Wow. Ben, never let it be said that you're not a kind and benevolent GM. Fair in dealings. What do I have to roll for the potions?
A D100, 6 times.
Got it. That was a lot of dice. They're there. 98 is the first. Or do you want them in numeric order?
Oh, that's fine. Waking potion.
Amazing. That features heavily in my hex. Got it. Cool.
Nice. Next 89. Tickle powder.
Buddy's gonna love that.
50 liquid fire.
Amazing.
Frost resistance potion.
Nice.
Digesting powder.
So just for upset stomachs.
Yeah. It's activated charcoal.
Yeah, in case I eat anything spicy.
Just cram it down your gullet.
And crazy grease.
Crazy grease. I'm telling you, we can combine crazy grease and liquid fire and burn down anything.
It's true, actually.
Yeah. That seems very
It's a classic D&D combo.
Oh, man. This is going to end with the great Junktown fire of
right.
Yeah.
It'll be a horse kicked over the liquid fire and crazy grease canisters.
So you also come away with a recipe for Cowl of the Pack potion.
Cowl, COWL, right? Not COW.
Yeah.
Cow of the pack.
Cowl.
Cow of the pack made me happy. No, cowl of the pack potion. Okay.
And it lets you transform into a wolf for one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
Ghost speech potion.
Amazing.
Recipe. Hex powder recipe.
Oh. Figured it out, guys.
And shadow walk recipe.
Thank you, Pat. Did she? You know, you've been very generous. Did she throw in the orch iron or no?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, I can finally make my orch iron halberd. Perhaps. I think we get, and I don't ask her what she's going to do with the river sore egg.
She doesn't tell you.
She's gonna eat it.
Yeah, she, like we hear.
She just immediately cracks it open.
Yeah, giant frying pan. She just just raw. She gets really buff from having guzzled it down.
It's part of her. It's part of her pre-workout.
Yeah,
the Jawas in the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah. 40 witches come out. They all have a giant spoons with each one of them. They just scoop out the egg. I love it.
All right, and then as you're finishing up this deal, Bwag walks by and says, "Hey, get lost, Wiga. Get out of here. Get out of here." Yeah, I'll put a hex on you, Bwag. Yeah, right. I wouldn't talk to her. Hey, I wouldn't take those items. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm like sitting there with like a bundle of like potions, and I say, ignore the man behind the curtain. Yeah, the woman behind the curtain. Just start putting potions away.
What are you two doing down here?
I look around for Hoops because he's only said you two.
Yeah, Hoops is always hiding. Always be hiding.
The ABHs of Hoopsology. I say, well, we were looking for you actually.
Me?
Say this, yeah, this is Zaros. You may have heard of him. Zaros? Zaros?
I heard a unicorn, yeah.
We're looking for information. Rudy says you might have it.
Rudy. Fresh and fruity, Rudy Tooty.
Rudy Tuesdays.
He hates it when you call him that.
That's why. So, what do you want to know?
Tell us everything you know about the Undermonger.
Oh. Well, Undermonger is a big old jerk. I run into them all. Yeah. We sort of have an agreement not to cause each other too much problems. I got a job, and I know where they live, and yeah, I mean, we don't really have a police force to go do anything about them. I'm not going to do it.
So yeah, you're just focused on the Navarrats.
I've seen the Undermonger before.
They say, is he a great big fat lady? No. It's felt like what James would say at this moment in time. I say, is the Undermonger that gator dude with the smart brain hat thing?
You mean Gunk?
No, is it not?
I don't think.
We're trying to figure out who he is.
Look, the weird thing about the Undermonger, I've seen him a handful of times. He's looked different. Not each time, but one time he was bigger than before.
writing.
Did he get smaller again?
Yeah.
So do you talk to the Undermonger, or you just see him and kind of grunt at each other?
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't look at me. He doesn't look my way. I see things down here.
Can you do your best impression of him?
He's got like a deep voice, like he's putting it on or something. Doesn't sound natural.
Zaros feels personally affronted by this.
I say, does it ever sound kind of feminine?
I don't really play by those, labels.
Oh, does it ever sound more like my voice? Chili does her best, presume. Like deep growly impression, like, I'm the underboss man person.
Not really. I mean, I haven't heard him talk every time.
Mm.
And it's also usually far away.
Yeah, I mean, I really like wondering. It seems like that the Undermongers is like more of a collection of people than an actual person. Yeah.
Some people actually think I'm the Undermonger. Can you believe that?
Who would ever think such a thing like that?
I heard some rumors.
You hear Hoops laughing in the corner. Oh, sorry, Gary Ann.
What would you stand to gain?
That's what I said.
No, we're asking you. What would you stand to gain?
That's not a rhetorical question.
If I were the Undermonger, I would stand to gain a power, maybe.
Power? I don't know. I already rule the sewers. Why do I need to become an Undermonger?
There's an Undermonger down here. You don't rule the sewers.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, but no one knows the sewers like me.
Except the Undermonger.
Ooh. Can I like
I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Paul C. The reason James isn't here this week is because Buddy is actually the Undermonger. He's joined the secret cabal. He's ruling them all.
Yeah, I was just waiting. I was waiting for you to accidentally do a very good impression of the Undermonger and then have to turn against you.
Yeah. Ah! Love it. Sorry, more notes. So I turn to the Undermonger, not the Undermonger. I turn to Bwag and I say, well, I mean, don't you want these guys out of here? Don't you want to do something about that?
Yeah. But like I said, I got more things to worry about. I got to keep these sewers sanitary and clean. I mean, I think I'm doing my job.
Zaros wipes his hoof off on the wall again.
Yeah. It's just like immediately reaccumulates grime.
You should see it if I'm not down here.
Yeah, that's actually what Chili's most worried about. If he wasn't doing what he was doing, how much worse this could possibly be. I mean, I'd say, yeah, I guess Junktown would probably flood in its own effluent. I mean, that's pretty gross.
Those are big words, but yeah, I think I get what you mean.
It would be a doo-doo flood.
Doo-doo flood. Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell my guys. I say, we're working to prevent the doo-doo floods, okay? Doo-doo flood bad.
That's going to be fun to read next session when I'm trying to remember why I wrote, we're working to prevent the doo-doo floods, doo-doo flood bad.
So,
all right.
Look, if you guys want to take a tour of the sewers, I'm happy to show you around. We do have kind of a big slar meal problem. If you're looking to help us out in other ways, I mean, look, good luck with the Undermonger. I don't know what you're going to do about it. There's probably 100 of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like this town is lousy with him. Anything else you want to ask this guy? This guy, Peter?
I don't think so. I think the only person we really have left to talk to is maybe the smartest person in Junktown, which is a gator with a brain. But I also think that it's possible that this is some sort of collab between Gunk and Tormac.
Right. It's just, yeah, it definitely seems like it could be a bunch of these guys. So it's 6. I know Tormac wants to act like he's done something, right, to show up his sister.
Yeah, I think Tormac wants to be in charge. That means getting his sister out. And then the Undermongers would be a good way to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, is there anything else we want to do in the series, or should we head back up and maybe close off the session for the week?
I'm good to head back up.
Ben, is there anyone you want to talk to in the series?
Yeah, I want you guys to talk to Hoops for like 40 more minutes. Learn all about me.
Yeah, Hoops, what are your motivations?
Well, my motivation was I really want to figure out where this old beat-up treasure map leads to. Which is why I brought it up to you guys.
Yeah. I've actually stolen that from him already, so I now own the treasure map that's beat up. I say, Hoops.
No, you stole his
heart.
A false map that he's created because he's anticipated that someone wants to steal his map. So he has like
Hoops is like
false
he's
maps.
he's like 3 maps deep at least.
Yeah. But
The
even he
map,
doesn't know what the real map is anymore.
The real map is on the bottom of his shoe.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
It's carved into his soles of his shoes, slowly eroding away every step he takes.
So that's something you guys can think about later too.
Yeah.
Treasure hunt. But yeah, you guys go back up to the surface and we can end the session there. We can do some XP.
Yeah.
XPs.
As we slog back out into the light, we realize how filthy we are. I take the brush and I just start brushing myself and I say, I will never be clean again. Never be clean again.
Don't even bother. I mean, it's like you're just going to get dirty again. Why even clean yourself? That's my motto.
Chili sighs as she scrapes gutter snail gunk out of her hair.
You could jump in the river, and you see the river is just like also disgusting.
Yeah. Some barrels of like toxic sludge float by.
Yeah.
Like nabarets.
Doc Popper will clean us up for free.
Ooh. He's got like a hose out back. He just hoses us down. Yeah, let's go back to Doc Popper's and get hosed off.
All right. Get up against the wall. This might sting a bit.
Zaros does this like every single day.
Yeah.
I'm also
it's his cleansing ritual.
A volunteer firefighter, so it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys get hosed off, you think about your experiences and you gain experience points.
We reflect on it as our skin gets flayed off our backs in this high power hose.
Did you complete a quest? No.
I mean, depends on what you mean by quest.
I like the way Peter thinks.
Yeah.
Quest to sell the river sword I got.
Yeah. Does that
maybe your quest was to find the Undermongers.
We talked to Blag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was more of an objective. I don't know if it was a quest per se, but
so still doing in the quest chain.
All right, you've convinced me.
We wore him down.
You have completed quests.
I feel like Ben throws us a lot more bones when James isn't around.
I didn't want to say anything, But yeah. Maybe you bring out the kindness in him.
I think I am a benevolent GM always.
I think
Always.
that the comments from our viewers would reflect that as well. Travel 10 hexes or more, yeah.
Encounter a new creature, critter creeper? No.
Thief. A thief is technically a
gutter snails?
monster. Yeah, gutter snails. Yeah.
George, you're right again. You're right again.
The thief is in the bestiary because I've pored over that thing. But has the patience of a saint. Accurate.
Have a significant NPC encounter. Sure.
Yeah.
Got Hoops.
Yeah, and Hoops. Yeah. Hoops is now a member of our motley crew.
Zaros gave Hoops the location of his stable to if he wants a place to hang out.
No one takes it. Yeah, I'm good. No, thanks.
Yeah, it's fine.
You said housing prices were hard. It's not a great place, but I mean, it's
real drafty in here.
Hey, No Clear. James is off for the week, or he's out for the week. So we've been exploring the sewers. We're just wrapping up, but good to see you.
Did you get into peril or hijinks?
Yeah, little interactions with the undermongers. Was that not perilous or hijinks?
It wasn't perilous, but it could be hijinks.
Yeah.
And then explore new location. Explored the sewers.
Okay. Yeah. It's good.
So I would say that is 5 experience.
I'd love it.
Nice. And to clarify, James gets none of this, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's the penalty for missing.
Is that good with you?
Yeah. No, I don't think he should benefit off of our labor.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now, did either of you build on your relationship, pursue your personal quests, demonstrate your ideal or flaw?
I think I demonstrated my ideal just to make a gallant last stand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I tried to solve a problem with ingenuity, but my ingenuity failed me. My forge got camera shy. So I will forego the XP because you've been benevolent.
We had a little awkward moment where Chili called me her pony. So
that is true.
What does that mean for your relationship at this point?
For me, I don't think it builds on anything. But if Peter can build on that, because that's more of like I just think you're my pony still.
Yeah, I don't know if we're there yet. Do we get XP if something changes as it relates to that relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or builds, yeah, like a meaningful improvement.
Maybe
like did you yeah, I mean, you guys did Chili rushing you and keeping you clean, was that a good thing in the sewers?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I feel like Zaros definitely benefited from it.
That's the next speed bet.
Well, does that mean that he's coming around on
are you like accepting? Yeah, is it becoming like is it going to become like a point of conflict? I wonder down the line, like I become too familiar with you.
I feel like Zaros is like his walls are coming down a little bit. If we're talking like classic horse stuff, then you're slowly breaking this unicorn.
Interesting. I'll be interested to see if that like continues and you guys develop this really loving relationship, or if Zaros like eventually goes like, wait, this is too much. I must be a jerk now.
Nice. Yeah, I think that maybe down the line, I don't want to speak out of turn. that Zaros may worry about putting Chili in danger because everyone around him is just in danger.
I think he just says that, and he doesn't actually have any friends to be in danger.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, in terms of XP, maybe we say something if something is working towards an XP. Maybe next time, if you guys keep it going.
I love it. Well, cool. This was a very lucrative quest, if you will.
If by lucrative you mean damp.
Yes. It was
George is really talking about all the potions that he got.
Yeah. We will all benefit from it. I'm just saying.
It's a scene I'm looking forward to next time. Just rationalizing selling the egg.
Yeah, don't worry about it, buddy. It's fine.
I got this cool stuff. I got this powder.
Well, my guess is that James
digest.
My guess is that James, if you never brought up the Riversaur egg again,
he would never think about it. Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, I mean that's what happens with a lot of things in my inventory as well. So
I don't know. That egg would look really good in a gumball dispenser.
That's true.
The shell could have been a great gumball dispenser. Yeah. He's going to be so furious. I'm excited.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will be back next time. Bye-bye now.
Good. See ya.